We are now going to draw a path traced from a photo. You're ready to draw around a real object, these oranges that you see here. We're going to use the techniques that we've practiced to draw a path around the edge of one orange out of several. The path you draw will later be converted into a layer mask so that you can change the color of that orange. The orange is partially covered by surrounding oranges, so the path you draw will be a combination of curved and straight segments like the shapes you've practiced on. Later, you'll combine the altered image with text and a shape layer to create a promotional postcard for a citrus farm. So if you haven't already, open this up and we're going to click File, Save As, and we're going to change it to 08 working _ your last name. Make sure it's in Lesson 8, it's a Photoshop file. Click Save. One thing I want you to do, go to your workspace, and if you still are on graphics and web from what we did before, change it back to the essentials, which is default. All right, I don't know if yours was on that or not. So this image has two layers, the background layer and a template named Path Guide that's going to allow you to trace the path. So select the pen tool, and then in the options bar, we're going to change it to path instead of shape. Because path is now selected in the options bar instead of shape, what you'll see when you draw will be different than in the practice exercise. You'll be drawing a path, not a shape. The path you draw will appear as a temporary work path in the paths panel, and a shape layer won't be created. The reason you're switching to a path is because you won't need to print or export the path you're about to draw. You use the path as a starting point for creating a mask, so the path itself doesn't need to be a visible part of the final document. So, here we go. We're going to click point A, and you see over, let me drag my path back out, I had taken it out. There's your work path that we're on. We're going to click B, drag to this point here, let it go. C, drag to the C, drag, don't do like I did and let go of the mouse. D, go to this point. E, go to this point. F, go to this point, and then G, and you can click on it. Don't drag, this creates a corner at point G, but then click on H, hold down the mouse, drag to this circle, I to here, J, click, and then you can let go. Hold down the shift because we want a perfectly level segment as we click point K. So holding down shift and then click K. L, hold down the mouse, drag to there. M, drag to there. N, drag to there. Position the pointer over point A, and when you see a small circle by the pen tool pointer, you'll click it, and that will close the path. The circle indicates the pointer is close enough to close the path. So evaluate your path. If you want to make any adjustments, we can do this. We're going to go to over here. We want the direct selection tool, which is under the path selection tool. Direct selection tool. Then press the escape key, or click in the document window away from the path so that no points are selected, but you can still see the path. Then here's some things you can do. You can reposition a point or a straight segment. So if I click on C, you can see I can drag that around to move that. You can change the shape of a curve between 2 points. So if I click right here on that shape, I can drag it however I want to. You can also change the shape of a curved segment extending from a point by dragging its direction point. So, for example, right here, see how I'm moving this direction point and it affects what's done. So once you're done, leave the path selected and save your work. And let me ask you this. So I'm going to click File and then Save. Which of these can't be used to edit a shape layer? Pen tool, direct selection tool, brushes, or layer effects? Correct answer would be brushes. Using the pen tool made it easy to create a precise outline of the orange in the center of the image, but the goal is to change the color of that orange without changing the others through a layer mask. Creating the layer mask requires making a selection. Fortunately, it's easy to convert a path to a selection. The path is a work path, which is temporary. It's going to be replaced if you draw another path. You can still create a selection from a work path, but first it's a good practice to save any path you might want to use that again in the future. In the Paths panel, double-click Work Path. So double-click here, and we're going to name it Lemon, and then click OK. Make sure the lemon path is selected in the Paths panel. And then click the Load Path Selection button, which is this one right here. Load Path is a selection. You can see there's little dotted lines around it now. You're going to change the color of the selected orange to lemon yellow using a hue saturation adjustment layer through a layer mask of the orange. You currently have an active selection for this orange. That's going to make it quick and easy to create the layer mask because an active selection is automatically converted to a layer mask when you add an adjustment layer. In the Layers panel, hide this path guide because we don't need it anymore. Ooh, you can see mine's jacked up there. I didn't even notice that. If I wanted to, I could go back and fix that. I'm not going to, but you can do that if yours looks as bad as mine. Select the background layer. In the Adjustments panel, so go up here to Adjustments, and we're going to click Hue and Saturation. Hue and Saturation. Hue and Saturation. Where are you? There. And we're going to go to this, and we're going to type 17. Look at there. We got a yellow lemon. And then we're going to click File, Save.